When a woman is thinking about you, her body language often says far more than her words ever will. Small movements, quiet behaviors, mostly unconscious signals. These are hidden messages, silent codes that reveal attraction, curiosity, and emotional focus. The truth is, most men miss them completely. And because of that, they miss real opportunities to build deeper, more meaningful connections. But once you learn how to notice these signals and understand what they mean, everything changes. You stop guessing. You start seeing. And that awareness allows the connection to move to a much deeper level. Today, I'm going to share 9 powerful signs that show she's thinking about you and even fantasizing about you more than you realize. These are not random habits. They are psychological indicators that she's mentally placing you inside her personal world. Stay with me until the end, because sign number 9 is the one women struggle the most to control, and it reveals exactly what she's feeling beneath the surface. The first sign is this: she fidgets when you're nearby. Fidgeting is one of the strongest signs of nervous energy. It appears when someone feels emotionally charged, excited, curious, slightly anxious around a person they're attracted to. If she becomes restless around you, adjusting her bracelet, playing with her rings, fixing her watch, smoothing her clothes, or lightly tapping her foot, it's not accidental. Her body is trying to manage the emotional stimulation she feels in your presence. She might absent-mindedly twist a pen while talking, bite her nails, shift her weight back and forth, adjust her posture repeatedly when you're close. On the surface, these movements look meaningless, but underneath, they signal heightened awareness and attraction. One detail that matters is what happens when you leave. If the fidgeting stops once you step away, that's a strong indicator that you were the source of her nervous excitement. The second sign is that she plays with her hair. Hair is one of the most instinctive tools women use to signal attraction, often without realizing it. Twirling a strand, running fingers through it, brushing it behind her ear, or flipping it over her shoulder while talking to you isn't just about grooming, it's about drawing attention. On a subconscious level, she's enhancing her appearance because she cares how she looks to you. Hair touching can also release nervous tension when she feels slightly self-conscious around someone she's attracted to. Timing is important here. If she starts touching her hair right after making eye contact with you or while you're speaking, it's rarely a coincidence. It's her silent way of saying, "I'm aware of you and I care how you see me." But these early signs are only the surface. The real story is often told through her eyes, because her gaze reveals emotions she may be trying to hide. And the next signs show how her eyes linger, how her body moves closer, and how her behavior begins to align with yours. The third sign is that her eyes linger on you. People often say the eyes never lie, and when it comes to attraction, that's usually true. When a woman feels drawn to you, her eyes are often the first place it shows. She may hold eye contact a little longer than normal. She might steal quick glances when she thinks you're not noticing. Or she may look away shyly, only to look back again moments later. There's also science behind this. When someone feels emotionally stimulated or deeply engaged, their pupils naturally dilate. So, if her eyes appear brighter, wider, or especially focused on you, it's a sign that you have her mental and emotional attention. Watch what happens during conversation. If her gaze moves from your eyes down to your lips and then back again, that's a subconscious signal of imagined intimacy, even if she would never say it out loud. The fourth sign is that she leans closer to you. Physical distance speaks louder than words. People don't move into someone's personal space unless they feel comfortable, curious, or genuinely interested. When a woman is attracted to you, she will often find subtle ways to reduce the distance. She might lean in while you're talking, stand closer than necessary, or brush lightly against you as she passes. These moments are rarely accidents. Her body is naturally pulling her towards you. Even small choices matter. Sitting next to you when other seats are available, turning her chair directly towards you, angling her body so she's fully facing you. All of these signal that she enjoys being near you. And this closeness isn't only physical. When she consistently leans in, she's also signaling a desire for emotional closeness. The fifth sign is that she mirrors your actions. This is one of the most fascinating psychological signs of attraction. Mirroring happens when someone unconsciously copies another person's posture, gestures, movements, or even tone of voice. If you cross your arms or legs and she does the same shortly after, that's mirroring. If you lean forward and she follows, that's alignment. If you speak with energy and enthusiasm and she matches it, that's emotional mirroring. It goes beyond movement. She may mirror your mood as well. If you become serious, her tone may soften. If you become playful, she may respond in the same way. This happens because when someone is emotionally invested, their subconscious wants to stay in sync with the person they're drawn to. If she mirrors you, it means she's tuned into you on a deeper level. This is where many men make a mistake. They focus only on facial expressions and miss the more revealing details. In reality, her feet and her hands often reveal more than her face ever will. The sixth sign is that her feet point toward you. Most people never think to look down, but feet are one of the most honest indicators of interest. Facial expressions can be controlled, feet usually can't. If her feet are angled towards you during a conversation, even if she's talking to others, it shows where her attention truly is. In group settings, this becomes even clearer. She might be laughing and engaging with everyone, but if her feet stay pointed towards you, her subconscious has already chosen its focus. On the other hand, feet pointed toward an exit or away from you often signal distraction or lack of interest. The feet rarely lie. The seventh sign is that she touches her neck or collarbone. These areas are sensitive and vulnerable parts of the body. When a woman draws attention to them in your presence, it often signals attraction mixed with nervous energy. She may adjust her necklace, lightly brush her fingers along her collarbone, or rub the back of her neck while talking to you. There are two reasons this happens. First, it's a calming gesture. Her body uses it to soothe the excitement and tension she feels around you. Second, it subtly highlights an intimate area of her body, bringing your attention there without her having to say anything. If she does this while holding eye contact or leaning toward you, it's not just a habit. It's a sign of comfort, openness, and attraction working together. As her emotions intensify, her body begins to reveal signals she can't control at all. That's where the next signs come in. The eighth sign is that she blushes around you. Blushing is one of the most honest signs of attraction because it can't be faked or consciously controlled. When a woman feels emotionally stirred, nervous, or excited by someone, blood rushes to her face and her cheeks become warm and flushed. If you notice her blushing when you enter the room, when you compliment her, or when you step a little closer, it's not random. Her body is reacting before her mind can filter it. That's what makes blushing so powerful. It bypasses logic and goes straight to truth. If she blushes around you, it's because her feelings are rising to the surface, whether she wants them to or not. The ninth and final sign is that her attention shifts to lips. This one is subtle, but incredibly revealing. When a woman feels drawn to you, her lips often become the focus of her body language. You may notice her gently biting her lower lip, lightly licking her lips, pressing them together, or touching them while listening to you speak. These actions happen automatically. They are strong indicators of physical attraction and imagination. Her body is quietly drawing attention to her mouth while she listens, laughs, or talks casually. Here's the detail many men miss. If her eyes move briefly from your eyes to your lips and then back again, especially while she's touching her own lips, that's a powerful sign of imagined intimacy. In that moment, she's not just hearing you, she's picturing you, feeling the closeness, placing you inside her private thoughts. That's when attraction is no longer a question. It's already active in her mind, moving between your eyes and your mouth while you speak. That moment happens quietly, without planning. Her attention drifts back and forth as if she's caught between listening to your words and imagining something more personal. It's automatic, driven by her inner thoughts, not by intention. That's one of the clearest subconscious signs that she's fantasizing about you. Now, let's move into the bonus signs, because these are the ones that often go unnoticed but matter the most. Bonus sign 1, she finds subtle, almost innocent reasons to touch you. Touch is one of the oldest forms of communication humans have. Long before words, touch was how connection was built. When a woman is thinking about you often, she won't suddenly make bold or obvious moves. Instead, she creates small, safe moments of contact. She might lightly brush your arm while laughing, tap your shoulder just to get your attention, hand you something, and let her fingers linger a second longer than necessary, give you a playful push during conversation, making it seem casual. On the surface, these touches look harmless. Anyone watching might think nothing of them. But when they happen repeatedly, they stop being random. They become a pattern. That pattern is her subconscious trying to create closeness without saying it out loud. This matters because touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Every light touch reinforces a feeling of connection, safety, and familiarity in her body. Pay attention to what happens after the touch. Does she smile softly, look away quickly, seem a little shy or flustered for a moment? That reaction is important. It's her body revealing that the closeness felt good and that the fantasy just became a little more real. Bonus sign 2, she brings you into her imagination. When a woman thinks about you often, it doesn't stay locked inside her head. It starts to appear in her words. She begins to include you in stories, ideas, and imagined moments. She might casually say things like, "If you were there, you'd probably handle that better than I would. We'd probably get lost if we did that together, but it would be fun." She may talk about trips, events, or future situations and naturally place you beside her in them. Sometimes she tests the waters with playful what-if comments. Can you imagine us at a wedding like that? I think we'd actually look good in that situation. These aren't meaningless jokes. They're small windows into her inner world. Psychologically, this is powerful. When someone starts placing you into their imagined future, even lightly, it means you've moved beyond being just someone she talks to. You've entered her emotional space. That's where attachment begins to grow. Now let's bring everything together. When a woman is fantasizing about you and thinking about you often, her body language reveals it through clear signs. She fidgets when you're close. She plays with her hair. Her eyes linger on you longer than normal. She leans closer when you speak. She mirrors your movements and energy. Her feet point toward you. She touches her neck or collarbone. She blushes around you. Her attention drifts to your lips. Any single sign on its own may not mean much, but when you notice several of them together, they tell a very clear story. Words can be chosen carefully. Words can hide things. Body language is different. It comes from the subconscious, and that makes it honest. When you learn to read these signals, you stop guessing. You stop doubting yourself, you understand what's happening beneath the surface, and you can respond calmly and confidently without forcing anything or missing the moment. If you found this valuable, press the like button so more people can learn these insights. Subscribe for more content on attraction, relationships, and the psychology behind human connection. And tell me in the comments, which of these signs have you noticed before? Have you ever realized too late that someone was quietly thinking about you? Until next time, stay observant, stay grounded, and keep learning how connection really works.